I'm going to talk about my off-season plans after the 2020 NPC North Americans. In my last video, we talked about how the show went, how I did, and all of that. And I think this one will give you an overview of what the plan is for improving next year to step on that same stage with an improved package. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Kato Carter, and on this channel we talk about everything bodybuilding, training tips, bodybuilding current events, as well as my own personal bodybuilding journey, like this video right here. So if you are new here, please feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos like this one. So after the 2020 NPC North Americans, where I placed 12th, we, being my coach and I, have put together a plan to target my weak areas that really stood out on that level of competition. First and foremost, before we even talk about improving my physique, is talking about improving my off season. When I started working with my current coach, Chris Tuttle, I thought that I was going to be a light heavyweight, top of the light heavyweight class. I was 235 pounds. I'll show you what that 235 pounds looks like right here. And I was fatter than I thought I was. I got pretty sloppy in the off season by bodybuilding standards, and I just had no real idea of what level of conditioning I was going to need. I guess I shouldn't say what level of conditioning I was going to need, what level of suffering I was going to need to have to endure in order to take that to this. It was brutal. And I think with a better off season, where I am actually following the plan, more structured plan, and we are really monitoring how my conditioning is doing, and we stay within a certain percentage, a certain number of pounds from my contest weight, that, you know, having 20 some weeks to lose 30 pounds versus 20 some weeks to lose 60, that's a whole different look to your body. The stress you have to put it under, the way you're able to dial it in even better the last, half or even the last quarter of the process. You're just able to get detail and a level of being lean that you can't get if you're just that out of shape. So goal one is to stay within striking distance this whole entire off season. And given how Chris structures his diets, he's got a lot of different options and variety in there. And given the fact that I am really 100% focused on not embarrassing myself next year, I don't think that will be a problem at all. The second thing is improving my weak points. It was pretty obvious from the outset, once I got on stage next to these guys, that my back needs to come up even more. That has been a focus of mine since I stepped my ass on stage for the very first time, and it continues to be. But something that I've never done before is have a coach do my training, and leading into this off season, I told Chris to take that too. So at this point in my career, I won't say I don't control, but I'm not in charge of the planning of any part of my bodybuilding. I now have someone working with my diet, and I now have that same person working on my training. So all I have to do is execute, and execute well. So my back has to come up, I think, pretty significantly. So I'm doing a 6-day split, and we have a heavy focus on back, so that's getting hit at least twice a week. Exercises I'm doing are a mix of some of the stuff I've done before and some that I've never done before. Chris says that we should be doing things that we've never done to kind of get a different type of stimulus, which makes sense. Don't keep doing the same stuff if it's not making your back bigger. And I am really focusing on the contraction, making sure I feel everything. It wasn't really until the middle point of my last off season that I actually got that muscle connection right. But at a certain point, I then also was focusing too much on poundage. So I think now what the goal is keep that focus on having a good contraction, and as the weights go up, they just go up naturally. You know, the weights aren't the concern. It's that feeling in the muscle and making sure that I am getting out of it what I need to get out of it. And then I guess kind of secondary to the back is really the main focus. I want to bring up my chest some more, my delt some more to get some more width from the side. And I did reach out and get some judges' feedback, and they agreed on the back issue, but they also said my biceps, which I've never heard before. Like I've never had anyone tell me that I needed bigger arms, but the theme of these past few weeks leading up to the show and then after the show was that my legs are just too far ahead of the rest of me, and everything from my waist up needs to improve in order to match that. I think, you know, Chris kind of let me do my own leg training because of that fact, but I'm almost wondering if I should not scale it back just to allow for some more better recovery for the other body parts, but also to not continue to make that gap between the two grow. Let me know what you guys think. You know, should I scale that down, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Either way, they're going to grow. It's just a matter of how fast they're going to grow. That's pretty much it as far as training goes. You know, increasing everything, really focusing on the back, and then, you know, shoulders, arms, chest. Getting those to come up a little bit as well. But those are my goals for the off season. Stay tight, improve my back primarily, bring up my arms, bring up my shoulders, bring up my chest. Yeah, that's what this off season is gonna look like. I think it's gonna be a good one, and I think come next year, I will make myself proud. The goal for that show will be to at least place top 5. That will be my satisfied goal, because if I do that, I don't have to requalify the following year for a national level show. And of course, the ultimate goal is to win and get my pro card. So, you know, I kind of, with these shows, I kind of have a two-stage goals, or rather 3-stage. 1, beat my previous look. 2, with this show, the top 5. And then 3, the ultimate goal, win, go pro. So I've spoken it out to the universe now, so all I gotta do now is execute, and everything will fall as it may. So I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you can see all the videos that I'm putting out. And see you in the next one.